feels like we are living in a reality curated by an editor who deleted the one guy who drew us a map to the exit.
He boasted that a steady drop will hollow a stone through damnable iteration.
Damnable iteration.
Repetition creates reality. If you repeat the agitation enough times, the public's thinking is completely inverted. They actually end up begging for the change. They beg for the solution that the editor prepared for them long before the crisis even started. He says that this mass-produced lying, this damnable iteration, is creating an aura of untruthfulness. He described it as a thick black fog spanning the entire earth.
A fog that cuts us off from the spirit.
He warned that this fog was becoming so dense that human beings were losing their connection to the spiritual hierarchies. We were becoming encased in a sphere of lies. We were trapped in the agitation. He gave us the exact tools to see through the black fog. He taught us how to distinguish between the soul's agitation and the spirit's truth. So the machine did what the machine does. It quarantined him. It labeled him a mystic, a cook, or just ignored his work entirely.
It feels like we are living in a reality curated by an editor who deleted the one guy who drew us a map to the exit.
And the scary thing is the editor didn't die with W.T. Stead. The archetype evolved, it put on a nicer suit, it learned much better vocabulary.
Which brings us to the modern day, and specifically a man named Mark Carney.
Mark Carney, the ultimate modern technocrat. Former governor of the Bank of England, former governor of the Bank of Canada, UN Special Envoy on Climate Action.
If there is a modern schoolmaster of the world, our sources suggest it's this guy.
Schoolmaster is the perfect term. Steiner talked about this specific archetype. The schoolmaster believes that the world is simply too messy, too complex for the little people to understand. They believe democracy is inherently dangerous because the herd is unpredictable. The herd might vote to the wrong guy, or they might not want to fund the war.
So you need an elite class of credentialed experts to grade the homework and guide the herd.
Exactly. And the source material here does a deep analysis of Carney's book, which is called Value S. And that parenthetical S is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
The rhetoric in that book is fascinating. It's just so smooth.
It's incredibly slippery. Carney uses what Steiner identified as bloodless abstractions. He uses words like sustainability, fairness, responsibility, and solidarity.
Who could possibly argue with those? I mean, I want resilience. I want fairness.
But that is the trap. They sound unimpeachably moral on the surface. They trigger the soul. You feel good hearing them, but they are empty vessels. They are abstractions that can be filled with literally any political agenda the editor wants to push.